Hello viewers, in this video I shall be discussing a very nice poem, A Roadside Stand, and this poem is included in Flamingo C.B.S.E class 12th course, and in this poem Robert Frost, the famous American poet, has raised the issues of the poor fellows. Actually some poor fellows have created one stand and they want to sell some products like wild berries and some golden squash and nuts. So the poem starts this way, that the little old house was out with a little new shed. They had created one stand that was in the outer portion of one little house and was placed in new shed in front at the edge of the road where the traffic sped, and on the road the traffic was moving away in a speedy way. A roadside stand that too pathetically played. Here you will find two devices. One is alliteration, second is personification. As roadside stand were requesting in a very sympathetic way, it would not be fair to say for a dole of bread. They were not begging for bread or basic things, but for some of the money they want to have some cash, the cash whose flow supports the flower of cities. Here you will see the metaphor. The rich fellows of the city are referred as flowers of city, from sinking and withering faint. So cash flow supports the rich people and they are not sinking or fading. The polished traffic passed with a mind ahead, or if ever aside a moment, then out of sorts at having the landscape marred with the artless paint. Means they were just focusing on their target, and whenever they were shifting their interests, they were seeing the artless painting which was killing the beauty of the landscape, of signs that with n turned wrong and s turned wrong, the direction indicators were showing the wrong directions. Offered for sale wild berries in wooden cords. They were selling wild berries in wooden pots, or crooked necked golden squash with silver words. They were selling vegetables and nuts. Further, our beauty rests in a beautiful mountain scene, and beauty is reflecting the natural mountain scenery. You have the money. The poet objects to the rich fellows, if you are having money, why you are not spending? But if you want to be mean, you are behaving in a mean way, as you are not purchasing anything. Why keep your money this costly and go along? Why you are carrying yourself with this money and you are not purchasing anything? The hurt to the scenery wouldn't be my complaint. As scenery is spoiled, that is not my complaint. So much as the trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. So the sorrow is all pervasive and it is trusting one. Here far from the city we make our roadside stand. Here far away from the city we have created our stand and ask for some city money to feel in hand. We want to feel some city money in our hand. We want to catch up some cash to try. If it will not make our being expand, we will try to improve our living and give us the life of the moving pictures promise. It may be the fake promise like the moving pictures that the party in power is said to be keeping from us, are the fake promises made by the ruling parties. So the poet is bit critical here and he is presenting some satirical tone, and it is in the news that all these pitiful kin are to be bought out and mercifully gathered in to live in villages next to the theatre and the store. So it is a common news that the poor fellows and their relatives are purchased and they are sympathetically collected in the villages. They are living near theatre and store. So they will purchase their essentials and they will watch movies. They will forget the harsh realities, and where they won't have to think for themselves anymore, they will not suffer or acknowledge the hardships of their life with greedy good doers. Again, alliteration means the benefactors who are faking but they are not real one. They are commented as greedy good doers, beneficent beast of prey. As beasts are just victimizing their praise, same way they are victimizing the poor fellows and swarm over their lives enforcing benefits. They collect around the poor fellows and they force them with their benefits that are calculated to soothe them out of their wits. Means those are calculated by the rich fellows and that is out of the understanding of the poor men. And by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day. Means the rich fellows, the powerful fellows sleep throughout the day. They make plan to exploit the poor persons, destroy their sleeping at night the ancient way. Means that is the ancient way of exploitation which they adopt. Further, sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain. The poet is saying that it is my childish longing and it is worthless because it is not being fulfilled. The sadness that lurks near the open window there. Again, the poet is presenting personification. Sadness is just peeping through the open window, and the childish longing is just to hope that some city person will purchase something from the stand. That waits all day in almost open prayer. So that is their prayer that is waiting throughout the day, that someone will come and give them money. For the squeal of brakes, they want to hear the brakes being applied to the cars which are moving fastly, the sound of a stopping car, and of all the thousand selfish cars that pass. Again, personification. Again and again, you will find personification. So, selfish cars are moving, they are not paying attention, but few are stopping. Just one to inquire what the farmers' prices are. One is stopping to ask about the prices of food grains, and one did stop but only to plow up grass. One is just plowing up the grass and changing the direction in using the yard to back and turn around, and another to ask the way to where it was bound. Third car is stopping to ask that to which way the road was going, and another to ask could they sell in a gallon of gas. One is asking about the fuel. That is very contrasting here, as they were selling berries and vegetables. They couldn't this costly, they had none, didn't it see? The poet is objecting by this question that whether they are not seeing that they are not selling fuels. No in country money, the country is scale up gain. There is no growth in the income of the country. The requisite lift of spirit has never been found. There is no moral boost up in the minds of the poor fellows. Also, the wise of the country seems to complain. It is the complaint of the country, and I can't help owning the great relief it would be. The poet is saying that I can't stop this crazy idea to put these people at one stroke out of their pain. These poor fellows must be taken out of their painful phase. Means the deep meaning which is not written in words, that is to kill those fellows. That will be the only solution, but it is a very cynical idea, very mad idea. So further poet says, and then next day as I come back into the scene, when I becomes healthy and I can just review again, I wonder how I should like you to come to me, how you will come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. You will come in a very humble way and you will just propose that you will take me out of my painful phase of poverty. So this poem is just based on the class difference and the sympathy required for the poor fellows, and this is a lesson for the rich fellows of the society who are living in the city and they are not caring about the second part, that is the part of the poor fellows, as their whole community is suffering due to their economic problems. So this was all about a roadside stand. Please like, share and subscribe English Solutions channel by SPC.